guys, it's Miss K Chris and welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, I do all videos about flight attendant interview, beauty vlogs, and travel vlogs. Beauty vlogs. Okay, so anyways, this video is very special. This is my thank you for all of you guys for helping me reach 10,000 subscribers here in YouTube. And if I could just give you a very big hug, I would. And to thank you guys, I want to answer your most common requested video and I'm gonna do that for you now. Most of you asked me to tell you guys the story of my struggle on how I was able to get here in my position, how I was able to overcome the struggles that I have faced when applying for the position of the flight attendant. So that video is coming up, so just keep on watching. So how will I start the story? Oh my gosh, it's a very long story. So disclaimer you guys, I'm not a very good storyteller. So I don't have a script. I'm just going to tell the story as it is, as I remember it. Okay, so let's start with my very first airline application. And that was when I was 19. I was still in college. I remember a cousin of mine, she is a doctor right now. She was a medical student by then. So she was someone that I look up to. She's really pretty and she's doing modeling. And she is Miss Valentine that time at Cebu Doctors. And one day she tried to send a message to me, tell me that I should go to Marriott tomorrow because there is a Qatar Airways hiring for cabin crew for flight attendants, and she really think that I should go. So she recommended that I go. So that time I went. And I wasn't even prepared. I don't have the right clothes. I don't have the right pictures. All I have is as my business attire is the costume that I had for school. We had a play and I had a costume like I was a teacher or something. So it is the only collared shirt that I own. It is a sleeveless white collared shirt, and I paired that up with an ukay-ukay skirt. It is a very long skirt. It is a high-waisted brown and it reaches the knees type of skirt. So that was my outfit, and I have my black shoes from school, and that's it. I just put my makeup on, my hair up, and I went there like I have no idea what I was doing. So I was there. I was so amazed by the atmosphere of the place. And I loved it so much. I felt like I was lining up for an audition to enter the Pinoy Big Brother house. That's how it literally felt. Everyone is so pretty and the guys are so handsome. It was like salivating. There are Koreans, there are different nationalities, and I was like, whoa, this happens in Cebu? Really? So yeah, I remember that experience to me. I was just so happy to be there, and I was just ecstatic, and like it's my first time to enter Marriott Hotel, and everything was new and everything is fun, and I'm just so happy to be there. So I remember the recruiter just spent like 5 seconds talking to me, and looking back now, I'm so embarrassed. I showed her a full body picture of me when I was still modeling that time. So the background is not blue, the background is trees, and I was wearing a mini skirt and the blouse, and my hair is down. It's not really for application purposes. So that's just for me to get a full body picture. I had that and my 2x2 picture and my resume. So that's it. And I don't know, miracles of miracles, I was called to attend the second day. So I was so ecstatic and happy. So I attended the second day. I tried to fit in more. So I changed my clothes, I changed my picture, I changed everything. And so on that day, I got eliminated after the group discussion. So I passed the exam, but after the exam I got eliminated with the group discussion. I didn't know what I was doing at all, guys, but I was ecstatic and I was really happy. And I'm the kind of person that if you talk to me, I would generally believe what you're saying. I was really naive and I was really idealistic. So the speech that they gave us is that, you know what, out of the 600 people that we saw yesterday, you guys are here. You guys are part of the 50 candidates that we chose to be part of the second day. So that means you have a potential in you. We liked you. Just right now, we're not saying no to you. We're just saying no for now. So look into yourself, try to find out which areas you need to improve on, and improve. Then maybe next time we will be more than welcome. I will be more than happy to welcome you to our company. So with a speech like that, how could you feel so bad, right? And I was the kind of person that will always take everything to heart. So I took what she said to heart. I was looking in myself like, what did I do wrong? Where do I need to improve and things like that. So anyways, life goes on. I finished college and I started working at a call center. And one day, one of my Becky friends, so he's Amaya, and he's gay basically. So he approached me and said, hey girl, do you want to go to the Qatar Airways interview? It's happening like this day. Me and Richard Allen will go there. And I was like, sure, I've been there before. I would love to try. Why not? Coconut, right? So we went, all three of us, we went there. And again, I was invited for the second day. But during those times that I was applying, I wasn't really keen on getting, I wasn't really like decided on really wanting to do this. I'm not really decided. It's just like, okay, I'll go there and we'll see what happens, something like that. So the same thing happened again. The next day I got eliminated. Then I was thinking like, okay, so they all kept telling me the same thing. They all kept telling me that I have the potential, I have what it takes. I just need to work more on myself. What does that mean? And it bothered me that time. It's like, what is it? What is the reason and why? Anyways, so moving on with my life that time, my family life has become a little bit troubled and a little bit complicated. So, you know, we all love our families, right? But sometimes we struggle with our own crosses and things like that. So that time, I just really thought that I didn't want to be involved, or I didn't want to be there anymore where I am. Even though I love Cebu and I love where I am, I love my career that time. But the thing is, I really wanted to seek out independence. I really wanted to live on my own, and my family wouldn't allow it or something like that. So I made a plan. My plan was to move to Singapore and work as a call center agent there, or as a nurse. I was looking at my options, and either that or become a cabin crew, because yeah, my friend, he keeps on also asking me to attend cabin crew assessment days with him, so that somebody will be there for him. So anyways, I was looking at that. I started to seriously look at that as an option, because once you get hired, you will be based somewhere else. Okay, so I was like, okay, this time this means business. Okay, it's not just for fun. So I started applying for Cebu Pacific, AirAsia, Philippine Airlines, and PAL Express. So what happened is that I was getting desperate by the day to leave. I wanted to have my own place. And I can't just say, I'm leaving, bye. No, it has to be another reason. You know how we Filipinos are. So I was either looking into becoming an OFW for Singapore, or whichever comes first. So whichever ship sails first, I'm gonna ride it. So that was my decision. So I applied to all these companies while I'm still working. And what happens is I got accepted in PAL and PAL Express. The only difference is that PAL Express's training happened faster, or it was much easier to get in, because in PAL I went through all the stages, and in the final interview they said we have to go to Manila, and we have to cover our expenses, our airfare, our accommodation and things like that for the interview. So I was like thinking, it's kind of like expensive, and right now my savings is not enough. So anyways, with PAL Express, the final interview was just in Cebu, so I was able to get in. And then also they told me that I will be assigned in Cebu sometimes, and sometimes I'll be assigned in Manila, but there's a chance that I'll be assigned in Cebu. So I was like, yay, I want to be assigned in Cebu. Of course, I want to keep on living here. I love this city. So that's what happened. I started my training for PAL Express, and after a month, PAL called and they asked me that if you want to go for the final interview. This is the schedule, and I said no, I don't want to go anymore. I'm already training for PAL Express. So yeah, that time they're still a different company. We didn't know that they're gonna merge and things like that. So I started working for PAL Express, and I loved it. I love that I have to go to Manila to do the training, and also that I have to stay there for some time to work there. Okay, so I loved it. My problem was solved. I have another job, and it's a flight attendant thing, and I started falling in love with the career. I started falling in love with the way we do our work, like how to prepare before the flight. I really loved it. I started loving makeup. I started loving beauty and taking care of myself and dealing with different people at different scenarios, different times, you know, because if you work in the call center, you know that you are working just one cubicle and you stay there forever and ever and ever and you work on the same thing ever and ever. There's nothing wrong with that. I loved my training in call center. It improved my English a lot, and as well as my sales skills, because I got a position for ex-libris for sales. So I'm constantly talking to people in English and things like that, and it really is a training ground for me. But the lifestyle, like sitting there 8 hours per day, is not really for me. I really enjoy having a mobile work thing, like working with my hands, doing this and that, not staying in one place. So that's me, and that's my personality. And I found out that the flight attendant career is basically that, and I loved it. I loved every single part of it, and I said that to myself, I want to be an international flight attendant. I want to be able to go to Paris. I want to be able to explore the world. You know, if other girls can do it, why can't I? So after like 6 months of working for PAL Express, I set my sights on trying to get the position as an international flight attendant. And everything that is hiring, I'm there. Qatar Airways, Etihad, Emirates, Air Niugini, Oman Air, I'm there. I was like the girl who's always making it a career. So in Filipino they will say kina-career yung pag-a-apply. So I'm the career girl. Yeah. At first I was shy and I was like afraid to tell my colleagues that I'm applying for this and that, because if I don't get in, it's like my pride is hurting, you know. I'm heartbroken and it hurts. So what will happen then is that we were assigned in Cebu at the time. What will happen is that if there is a hiring event, me and my applying buddies, we will like say, hey, nakahiring ko, we have a hiring here and blah blah blah, you have to get ready, let's go. So we will go like 4 a.m. flight. We will take the 4 a.m. flight to Manila. We will arrive at 6, and then we will wait until 8 to go to the hiring event location. We will be the first ones there, and then we will do the assessment, the first day assessment. And by the end of the day, if we haven't heard from the recruiters, by 10 o'clock we will take the 10 o'clock flight going back to Cebu. So that's how it is. That's our days off. Just one day off. So when we go back to Cebu, we have another flight to do. Like maybe it's another 6 a.m. flight the next day. So it was terrible, guys. You are so tired. You are so stressed. You are so like demotivated every time you get rejected because of all the effort that you have to go through to be able to go to that hiring event only to be said no, right? So I did that for a lot of times, me and my friends, and I also remember specifically one of my friends said maybe it's not for us or maybe it's not for me. She said, I'm so tired of trying to chase this dream, and maybe I'm just only supposed to be here. In Bisaya, she said, bas hindi rin na lang jud ko kutob sa Cebu. So that's what she said. I don't know how to translate that in English. Wait, she basically said that she wanted to give up her dream of becoming an international flight attendant. Maybe her destiny is just to be a local flight attendant. So that's what she was trying to tell me, and I was like, no, of course not. You're just heartbroken now. That's why you're saying that. And also, you know what, whatever I say, I know I wouldn't change your mind, but you know, it all depends to you. But I'm telling you now that of course that's not true. You just have to keep on keeping on. I don't remember what exactly the words that I said, but I specifically remembered the next week, the same friend texted me and told me, hey, there's another hiring, let's go! So it was so funny for me because it was just like last week she was like so defeated, and I kind of like felt the same way. I just didn't want to show her because I wanted to be her strength, but I also felt that way. I will always feel that way every time I got rejected. Oh my god, so we did those trips more than 5 times, and also there are hiring events in Cebu that we don't have to travel, so those are great, but you know what, still very difficult. So anyways, I wrote this story on my book, on my upcoming book, so watch out for that. It will be available to order soon. It's now on the printers, and I'm just waiting that they print my book. Okay, so yeah, that story is written in one of the chapters of the book, and it's one of the most inspiring stories that I remember with fondness. Because those are the days that we were just so down and tired and beaten up, and we're really ready to give up. We're really ready to give up. We are kind of having a reputation that we are the girls that who always try but never get in, you know. And it's not good to have that kind of reputation. But you know what, the silver lining is that friend, she actually was able to get out of the country. She was actually able to realize her dream 8 months earlier than me. Okay, so what happened is this: I got into Qatar Airways, right? So I was just waiting for the final stuff to be happened, but all the interviews I passed, and then I was waiting for like 8 months. So within that 8 months that I'm waiting, she's like, oh my god, Ruth already got in, so there's a chance for us. And she was like, she applied for whatever was hiring at the time, and she got in, and I was like so happy for her. So in the end, what happened is that Qatar Airways canceled our application, our whole batches, the whole batch of those who passed that time. So they canceled all of us, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm back to square one. And she was already leaving that time, and she said, you know what, you should hire for this company, so we will be together. So I did. I applied for that company because after her batch was hired, they had another recruitment the next year, so I applied for that, and I got in, and now we are flying together at the same company, right? So sometimes things happen for a reason, and we are so lucky. We're just feeling so happy and lucky. We will laugh at those times that we were like so depressed and heartbroken, and now we were like, look at us now, I'm so proud of ourselves. And I was like, yes, I am so proud of us too. So that's how it is. That's how the story of my struggle is. Right now I'm just laughing and smiling while telling you the story, but guys, when you are in the situation, it's not a laughing matter. It is really difficult, especially if you got rejected more than one company. You started to doubt yourself. You started to ask, maybe there's something wrong with me. But you know what, guys, sometimes it's just timing. Sometimes it's just there's a reason that why this company is not for you. Sometimes God answers your prayers by saying that, no child, I want something better for you. This is better for you. So yeah, sometimes you just have to listen to God. So that is my story. And also the reason that I wrote the book, the book is actually my código. It is my cheat sheet because applying for the international flight attendant position was it's a lot of effort on my end, and I didn't want to keep on repeating the same mistake. So what I did is I take note of the things that worked during the interview and the things that doesn't work, and then I take note of the questions that I need to memorize, I need to have the answer for. I have the answers in my notebook right now. I actually have my own handwriting and how I would formulate those answers. And I would say to myself, before an interview, I have to have all of this reviewed, because I didn't want to repeat my mistakes. It's so expensive, like the going there, the fare, the food, the effort, the time. I sacrifice my rest days, so it really is. I really can't afford to make the same mistake again. And for me, I'm a little bit of a slow learner, so I need to really write it down and repeat it over and over again, especially when I answer the questions. This is how I do it. I'm a little bit slow. I'm not really fast, and I'm not really spontaneous when it comes to it. So I would practice in front of the mirror, and I will repeat my answer over and over again until I memorize it and I deliver it in a spontaneous way, because I don't want to talk like a robot, right? So not just that, also the other things that I have observed that makes it effective for me during the interview. That's why on the last Qatar Airways interview, I was really studying everything, and I was really like formulating the steps that I need to take to make it, effective for me, because I don't want to hear that rejection speech anymore. I'm so tired of it. The first time, it's inspiring, but if you're hearing it for more than 8 times already, oh my god, it's like, wow, I don't want to hear it anymore. So yeah, that is the reason why I formulated my 8 proven steps to get your dream job as a flight attendant. Now, I've written it as a book, and as you all know now that it's gonna be available soon here in the Philippines, and you can get a copy of it on my website once it is out, okay? Because I am gonna self-publish this book. I'm not gonna wait for National Bookstore to ask me if they want if I want them to publish my book. I'm gonna give it to you guys fresh from my notebook. Okay, so it's gonna be fresh from me, and so right now you can get it by ordering it online, and I will ship it to your residence. So yeah, that's how you will be able to read it. There will be like stories of how I struggled also there. There will be like many stories of other flight attendants that have come to work with me, and also most importantly the steps, because those are the ones that I found really effective. So I used that in my last Qatar Airways application, and also after that when they canceled my application, I used the same techniques to apply for the Middle Eastern airline that we are working on now, and it worked, guys. It really worked. It's a combination of timing, preparation, and just prayers, guys. And also, I guess the things that I talked about in the book, like believing in yourself, deciding your desire. So those steps, you have to take it step by step, so that you will be able to tackle the next step. You will be like more into it. You'll be more passionate in doing it. Because sometimes when you do the preparation just for the sake of preparation, there's no reason behind it, it's not gonna work. It's really not gonna work, guys. So anyways, I've been talking too much already. So this is my thank you video again for every one of you who are supporting this channel and subscribe to this channel, liking these videos. Thank you so much. So there you have it, my story of my struggle. Or one of you guys also asked, pwede mo po bang gumawa ng video kung paano kayo nagpakahirap para sa dream nyo, para maging flight attendant? So I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so deep Tagalog. And I'm having a nosebleed already. So this is how I got nagpakahirap to get to my dream as a flight attendant. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, give it a thumbs up, okay? Share it to your friends. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet been already subscribed. Be a part of our Fly Fam. Come and join us, okay? And I will see you guys on the next video then. I love you all.